What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Durrell back in this video. Today I'm gonna teach you how to think like a graphic designer. Stay tuned to check it out. Peace. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is another podcast style video. I think this might be my last one. I don't know, y'all kind of like these last few ones that I've made, so I might just keep it this way because it seems like y'all are retaining the information a little bit better and sticking around a little bit more. So if you like it like this, let me know. Or if you want my face on camera next week, let me know. All right, number one, graphic design is problem solving. All right, so first things first, design ain't just about looking good, my G. Nah, you gotta be able to solve problems. Every design challenge you face is like a puzzle, at least that's how I look at it. The question you need to ask yourself is, what am I trying to communicate with this? Whether you're designing a logo, a website, a flyer, or whatever it is, you got to figure out the message before you even get started, because if not, you could just have a bunch of compiled elements on the screen and it'd just be whatever. You feel me? Like, you won't even know why you did it, what was the point, what was the purpose, nothing like that. So you got to be strategic when you get started. I think of it like a game of chess and not like Madden. Like on Madden, you could just press any button, you could spam anything. You really don't need no strategy. Like you can nano blitz and all that other BS, but at the end of the day, the game is going to choose who it wants to win 9 times out of 10, right? But in chess, you are in complete control, and every move got to be strategic. It got to be planned, and it has to have a purpose. Your colors, fonts, and layouts all got to work together to create a solution to that problem. Again, it ain't here to just look good. For example, if you're designing an ad for a product, your goal is to get their attention, and then your second goal should be to communicate what it does. Like, what's the product doing? What's the point of that product, right? Like, how can the product help them? That's the real power of design, you know what I mean? Number 2, visual hierarchy. This one's huge. Visual hierarchy is basically how you direct the viewer's eyes throughout the design. You ever look at something and immediately know what to read first? That's the magic of a good hierarchy, to be honest. Like, the biggest element should always be to grab the attention, and then the secondary elements should follow the lead to keep the attention. For example, if you're designing a poster for a concert, the headliner's name needs to be big and bold, no question. That's who's drawing the attention. That's who people are coming to see. The date and time should be right under that, because they need to know where they need to go and what time they need to be there. And all the other small details, they're still important, but you don't want them screaming for attention. You feel me? Like, those aren't gonna sell the tickets. Those aren't gonna fill the seat. So a good design makes it easier for your audience to navigate, and it helps them understand what the purpose of that design is in the first place. Think of it like a map. If it's organized, you know exactly where to go. And if it ain't, you cooked, fam. You might end up on the side of a mountain or some shit. Number 3, the psychology of color and typography. All right, so color and typography, this honestly could be its own video. And I've talked about this in the past. Colors ain't just pretty to look at. They have psychological effects on people. Peep this. You ever notice how you go to fast food chains and they use a lot of red and yellow? That's because red makes people hungry and yellow makes them feel good. So, go to McDonald's, go look at McDonald's, go look at Wendy's, go look at Five Guys. You feel me? Like, they all have a similar colorway. That's for a purpose. They want you to come in, they want you to eat, they want you to feel good, because if you're eating and you feel good, you're gonna come back and you're gonna spend more money. So, think about like this. Now, when you go to banks, the majority of them are a variant of blue, right? They could be light blue, dark blue, navy blue, baby blue, you feel me? Because blue gives you a feeling of trust and security. So once you know that colors can set the whole mood for the design, you on top, fam, you straight. The same thing goes for typography. Fonts just aren't there for decoration. They carry energy. Think of Disney. That font right there screams playfulness, whimsy, fun, just a good time. But if you threw that on a lawyer's website, fam, you gonna think you spending the rest of your life in jail. If you hire that motherfucker to be your lawyer, it's not gonna work. It wouldn't hit the same. It's all, so again, it's all about the vibe. The key is understanding what emotion you want to trigger in your audience, and then using colors and fonts that support that emotion. You ever look at a design and just feel in your gut like, damn, that design is crazy? There's a psychology behind that. Like, that's why that design is so powerful. That's why I hate that designers were made to believe that what we do can be replaced and what we do should be cheap. I fucking hate it, because if you really master these aspects of this, you can change a lot of things and you can make people a lot of money. You can make yourself a lot of money. Number 4, keep it simple. You ever heard of the KISS method? Keep it simple, stupid? Yeah, I know, it's triggering as fuck. Ironically, I heard this at the most toxic graphic design job I've ever had, and that shit triggered me then, and it triggers me today. But they wasn't wrong, they were just wrong for saying it to me. But I was doing too much, to be honest. In hindsight, I was doing too much on the design. But look, I know it's tempting to throw a bunch of shit on a page to make it look crazy, and there's a time and a place for that. But most of the time, there is no time or no place for that when you're trying to make some money in design and you're designing something for a client that needs to communicate a certain thing. You feel me? It's all about less is more as the approach. Like Nike is just a swoosh, Apple is just a bitten apple. No crazy effects, no extra shit, just clean, straight to the point. When you simplify design, you're helping your audience get the message without all the clutter. They won't know where to look if it's too complicated. So here's something that you could do real quick. After you finish your design, look at it and ask yourself, what can I take out to make this stronger? If you can remove something and it still works, get rid of that shit. The more you simplify it, the more your design will hit, to be honest. Like, go peep some of my logo design videos. You ever notice how they start off just all over the place, and then as I gradually progress throughout the video, I'm taking stuff out, I'm cleaning it up. I'm literally doing the less is more method, the KISS method. I'm trying to see what I could take out because I'm trying to make it as strong as possible, straight to the point, and just as clean as possible. All right, number 5, design for your audience. All right, so you can't just be designing for yourself. You got to design for your audience. Like, if it's like a personal project, cool. Do it for you, do what's gonna make you happy, right? But if you're designing to sell a product, or you're designing to get a client, or you're designing to get a job, you gotta think about who's gonna see this, what do they care about, what are their interests. Understanding your audience is the foundation of an effective design. You wouldn't design a streetwear ad the same way you would design a funeral program, right? Which is crazy. That's crazy if you would. Each audience has a different expectation and a different vibe. When you design for the right person, you create something that connects and feels right to them. It's like knowing your partner's favorite movie before you recommend something. You already know, I'm gonna put this on, they're gonna love it, right? If you know who you're designing for, you know exactly what to deliver, and you're gonna be straight. Yes, it's cool to take risks every now and again, but to be honest, when you're designing for a project, or you're designing for a client or a job or your portfolio to show the world, you got to have an audience in mind. That way it gives you guidance on where you should be designing this. You feel me? Like, if you don't have any guidance on that, you're just gonna have shit all over the place and you're not gonna hit no target. You need to have a target. You need to have a GPS to know where you headed, because if not, you're just gonna be driving around in circles. Number 6, continuous learning and practice. All right, so design is a skill, and skills get better with practice, but they also fall off when you don't use them. You can watch all the YouTube videos in the world, you can read all the books, but if you ain't getting your hands dirty and practicing, you're gonna fall off. You know what I mean? So create, and then create some more. Feel me? Like, if you fuck it up, cool, learn from it. Every mistake is a lesson. Follow designers you respect and look at what they're doing, and then ask yourself why it works. Always be in learning mode. It's like working out. You can't just go to the gym once and expect results. You got to keep pushing, and you got to keep getting stronger. You got to keep learning shit, and you got to just keep trying at the end of the day. You feel me? And you'd be a damn fool to just quit now just because you've taken a lot longer than you probably thought it should. So just keep trying, keep hustling, keep staying focused, keep coming back to the channel, because I'm gonna teach you all I got. But look, say this video didn't hit the spot for you. Say you need a little bit more one-on-one time. I got you. Hit the link in the description. I got portfolio reviews, and I got career advice and whatever mentorship you might need, right? Go to my website, cop a consultation, and I got you. Or a portfolio review, whatever it is, I got you. And we can get started today. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I love y'all, and I'm holla at y'all soon. Peace.